I suppose the Northwest 200, it's fair to say, has been my life. If you look at it, I mean, I've been involved in it now since 1973 to some degree or other, and took over in 2000. So it's been part of my life. I mean, my whole, I suppose, career has been built up around the Northwest 200, and I've been very, very fortunate that Hazel, my wife, has been always been behind me at the end of the day in anything that I do. And you know, the family have been the same. You know, been very, very supportive. But it takes over your life. You don't ever escape from it. It's 24/7. You know, it never ever stops. It's a massive organisation now. You know, and it's seen as a massive event throughout the world. So I do get a lot of satisfaction and enjoyment out of it. Yeah, it's got its highs and its lows, but you know, I still get excited with the Northwest 200 after all these years. As I say, it's probably to a certain extent like a bit of a drug, if you like, you know, where it's difficult to give it up. And I know, you know, when it comes to the time for me to give it up, you know, it's not going to be the easiest, but it's been part of my life. I've grown up with it, just, you know, I know it from inside out, if you like, at the end of the day, you know, so I still enjoy it. I have a lot of good people around me, you know, and I suppose the highlight of it is having a successful day's racing with no major incidents. Yeah. And if I get that, then that makes me perfectly happy, as I say, at the end of the day, just, you know, so I suppose that's where we are on it.
What does it mean to me? It's a great day out, but it's excitement. It's what the North Coast's all about. From the Northwest 200, everyone gets down, gallops round. It's a great day out.
Every year I look forward to the Northwest every year, meeting different bikers that I see on TV and getting close to his action.
It's like a pilgrimage to me. I come down nearly every year if I can. I don't go to the Ulster Grand Prix, but I come here. So love it. My own father, he thought the Northwest was bad luck, and he always went to the Ulster. I find the Ulster bad luck for me. It's a personal thing. It's not an actual bad luck for the race or anything. It's just a personal thing. He would never have come to the Northwest.
A day out. A good day out, and nice bikes and good people. So, good day out as well.
It used to mean a sunny day, but if I remember rightly, it used to be the week after this. The week next week, it used to be next week, and then they brought it back a week because it clashed with something else. I think it was the FA Cup final the same day. And before they moved it back, it was always a sunny weekend. Always, I remember being in Portrush one year and had a pink t-shirt on me, and by the end of the day it was that warm I was wandering about like a lobster. I was burnt to a crisp, but that's my own fault.
Well, the Northwest 200, because of where it stands in the calendar, is always a big warm-up for our Isle of Man TT. So it's a crucial one to gain fitness, to gain bike setup. It's also quite a high-profile event, so it's great for the sponsors and great to raise our own profile. So getting good results is quite important here.
It's just nice to get down and watch them here every year for I've been coming so long.
What does it mean to me? I hate the accidents. That would be my worst thought, I suppose.
Yes.
Seeing people come off.
Yeah.
It's an event that everybody can come to. People know what Northern Ireland was years ago. The event, since it started in 1969, has had 2 years where the event hasn't happened, which is a milestone for, you know, the Troubles in Northern Ireland. It's an event that everybody can come to. Everybody's welcome. There's no segregation. It's a feel-good factor. It can be as an expensive day as you want. It can be a family day, cheap, where people, and they still do it, they come, they have their picnics, and they make it a real family day. And, you know, you don't know what the day is going to hold.
friendship. Friendship with people right across the board, from riders through to marshals, through to scrutineers, through to people you meet on the street, people you meet on the circuit. Everybody has got the same interest and the same focus. And from what I hear, the same philosophy exists today. Whereas we're fierce competitors, we want more than the money. But if you need a carburetor, borrow mine or borrow this one or whatever. It really was a very, very magical set of 5, 6, maybe even 7 years for me. Friendship.
A rainy day in May, normally. The coldest May day of the year. A chance to see all the bikes out on the road, walking around, seeing all the different bikes. Not so much the racing, more the whole atmosphere of the place.
Yeah, probably the same. It's just the atmosphere.
I think it's a great event, and I think it's just. I think it just just highlights the beautiful area that we have here on the Northampton coast, and I'm glad that it's a boost for local. It brings a lot of investment to the local council and the local towns in the area.
It's a yearly thing. We're looking forward to coming next year. It gives us a bit of a break, and if you're into bikes, then this is where you come, the Northwest. We've been to the Ulster, which is very good as well. I mean, I've got a son that's just started road racing, and it's just the setup itself. Portrush, Portstewart, Coleraine, really nice place. And they've upped their gear a wee bit, wee buildings and that, and the centre of the town down in Portrush and Portstewart, there is a big difference.
For me, I suppose it's probably a week to 10 days I take away from my day job, and that's it. And in the weeks leading up to it, there's probably a fair bit of planning. So for me, it's a fair bit of work, but I think when it's delivered as well as it did last year, I'm very proud of it. I think the work that's gone in, especially from the likes of Willie and his team, the lead up to it, in delivering that, I think it's great. I think it's a credit to the for us as a policing service to support such a large event.
Likewise for me, there's quite a bit of work in the run up to it, but an event you really look forward to. You thoroughly enjoy the delivery of it, and hopefully at the end of it all come out with the buzz, rather than feeling dejected because of weather or something else that's gone wrong. But a thoroughly enjoyable event to police.
Well, yeah, the roads are blocked. Thankfully we can get in and out where we live all right, but the roads are blocked and the place is busy. That's what it means to me.
Well, it's an amazing display of sheer bravery and talent and skill of the riders, and I would like to come back.
For me, always wanted to come and race here. Love the place, the people. You will never meet more friendly people. The scenery, the coastline. You actually don't think you're really in Ireland. I'm not meaning that in a bad way, but you actually, when you look at the coastline and look at the scenery, you wonder where you are really. And I know that sounds quite. No, it's an amazing place, very, and the people just go with it as well. To be honest, it's it's really nice.
So the Northwest 200 is major event in this area. It takes place at a shoulder month in May. It's a major boost to all the area, not just to Portrush, Portstewart, but it's a major boost to all the area, and it's something that really would be very badly missed if it didn't run. It's one of the major events in Ireland, if you wish, and it has certainly put Northern Ireland on the map.
Holiday, yeah, be weekend away. It's a weekend away, yeah. You're coming to an event for us that's hosted and run very well. The scenery as you come in from the ferry, we come up the coast road from Belfast, stunning scenery, and it's a chance just to meet up with like-minded people.
I enjoy doing it, and I meet ones every year from all over the world. Australia, it could be Canada, and any ones that I never saw last year, I saw them this year again. That's why I just like doing it. Take a week off work and go out and do it. Yeah, you enjoy meeting people and that there. So that's all I can say, really.
But everything. It's like the TT. It's the Northwest TT. It's just the best race in the world. You can't go anywhere else. The feeling that you get from being here. It's just amazing. It is. You can't. And to get people to come as well. We've brought some guys yesterday from Market Raisins. 74-year-old one of these blokes. He was on that grid with us. He said it's the best time of his life. He just stood out there with motorbikes. That says it all, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just great.
My grandson is very keen on motorbikes. He's got one himself, and he has more or less took me into going to this Northwest everything. It's wonderful, but it's one of those things. You either like it or you hate it. Yes. And I just love it. So there we go. At my age, I must be mad, but there you go.
Means to me is I get a run out of high speed before we go to the TT next week, so it's all about coming here, getting the mind up to speed, getting used to riding the bike so fast, and then we just and it's a great event too. We like to come here just for the atmosphere, everything. It's a great build up for us for the TT. So
it's been part of my life since 1978. As a motorcyclist, as a former motorcycle trainer, I taught people to ride motorcycles. The road racing in Northern Ireland is a tremendous following. I went to the Highland to see Joey on numerous occasions, and so kind of motorcycling in the Northwest 200 has been part of that. My personal history since 1978. From a work perspective, it's become part of my emergency planning world for 10 years, and I take a lot of satisfaction from the way in which the event has matured and my small part within that, because it's such a fantastic event for spectators, and having met some of the people involved, it's just fantastic. I look forward to it every year. It's the Conan District Motor Club are very supportive of our needs. I with my director's approval, I chair the medical subgroup of their planning process. So they put their trust in me, and it's great to be a part of that. I get excited about it. Brings a smile to my face.
Well, I prefer to the TT because it's close racing. It's not on time or anything like that. You see them racing properly, and you say you're close to them, not far away.
The Northwest 200 is
one of the key signature events on the North Coast, and it attracts thousands upon thousands of people every year, and the atmosphere is fantastic.
The Northwest means to me family. Means there's fun, entertainment, excitement, and an awful lot of cracking banter. An awful lot of cracking banter. It is absolutely brilliant. I myself am actually disabled, and I put myself through a lot to be part of the Northwest 200 every year. It leaves me for weeks afterwards where I can barely move, but I wouldn't miss it for the world. I love it with all my heart. It is the best place to be.
Well, I'm a biker, so to me it's all about bikes, and just watching the skill of them boys, there's something else special.
It's a nice day out at the weekend, like to see the seaside and get away from the everyday life and see some bikes.
Well, it's the start of basically it's the first big race, road racing race. So you kind of know that this is the race where you know who's going to be hot this year, and you're going to watch it for interest and what are the names are going to be in. So it's like every time the year starts, and this is the first time you can see the top riders riding against each other. You know who's going to be hot this year. So it's kind of very interesting.
To me, it is something I look forward to all year. If I'm not here, I really, really miss it. I miss the atmosphere. From Christmas time, I start to look forward to it, and I look forward to getting down here. And I really cannot imagine what my year would be like if I didn't get Northwest 200.
For us, it means, and I'm talking in racing terms now, it's an opportunity for us to try our bikes before the TT, so it's a little bit of means to an end, and you probably don't like that as an answer, but it's the TT for us is the biggest racing event of the season. Dan Stewart is particularly good around the TT, of course. So this event provides us and Dan himself with an opportunity to work towards the climax of our season, which is 2 or 3 weeks' time. Riders like Dan do get an opportunity to start making adjustments, and I'm talking about adjustments between the ears rather than adjustments to the motorbike. Adjustments between the ears to the high speeds that they've got to operate at once they get over to the Isle of Man. Very, very few places in the UK with average track speeds of over 100 mile an hour. This is one of them. It's a road circuit as well, so it's got that in common with the TT.
I come every year, I never miss it, I always request it off work, and I always think it's becoming more family orientated, and it's a way of meeting everybody. All my family, we have an apartment up the road and they all come down, and we usually barbecue in the evening, so it's getting together with family, and that's what it means to me.
Yeah, live for motorcycles really. It's a huge part of our lives really, a huge interest really, and it's love road racing, and it's this and along with the Ulster are 2 really big events that are the highlights of the year.
Yeah,
us, really.
we've only really got Scarborough in England that you can go to as a pure road race, and it's 3 miles round, whereas this, is, I've been to the TT as well, but actually prefer coming here. It's too crowded there.
Yeah. I like the racing as well. This is obviously not against the clock as such. It's mass start and all the rest of it. Really
and the crack, going to the pub on a night. And,
we have a good time when we're here.
We have a good time when we're here,
It's a good holiday, yeah.
Oh, it means an awful lot to me. I'm a biking enthusiast, always has been, and itself and the Ulster Grand Prix, it's the 2 highlights in the north here, I come up every year from Donegal to both of them. I go to Cookstown and all the others, but I prefer this one here because you have the settings, you have the town settings, and even when there's delays and more time, downtime, there's more time to kill. You can walk down, have a cup of coffee, whatever, And on a sunny day, I was up here on Tuesday or Thursday as well, which is just brilliant. So that's basically.
Basically means that I like to enjoy the ride out, coming up from Bangor with some friends and meeting the other riders, and I enjoy coming regardless of the weather. I do enjoy coming out. Yeah, I still like to make an effort to support it and everything, and it means a lot to me there and everything, and I look forward to it every year just for a ride out.
Well, if the weather's good, it means a great weekend. If the weather's not good, it's still a good weekend, but obviously we can't predict the weather, especially the way we had it these last couple of weeks. And then typically it starts to rain. But no, I think it's great for Northern Ireland. I think it's great for the country as a whole. Just the amount of people that come from all over the world to see it, and they enjoy it. And when you see the crowd that was there last night in the rain watching the concert down in the promenade, and then seeing the fireworks and the round of applause that it gets as well, it's appreciated from everyone. And there's no, well, I've never experienced any sort of...
There's no loudish behaviour. I've never seen anything.
No, I've never experienced any sort of bad behaviour like that. Everybody's welcome, everybody gets on well, and everybody enjoys it. And I think it's fantastic. And long may it last.
We can do to the lads. On the line.
Not a lot. It's a day out, really, just a day to socialise with other friends and things, but really interested in bikes, I am not a bike fan at all.
It's the first event I've worked on that I love. And that's a very personal thing. I suppose there's not many people who will relate to that because they haven't sat in this chair. I suppose everybody on the other side of our office wall owns the Northwest 200, so it's precious to them. I feel that I'm only the custodian of it. My role is to look after this event, ensure its future, and to make sure it's in better condition when I hand the baton over to the person who comes after me. If I can do that, I can watch the event in my retirement and look back and say, we did a good job there.
A weekend I'll be with my friends on the motorcycles. We travel over on the bikes and just watch a race.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to go out. Really, just on the bikes and go somewhere and just an enjoyable week. So it's
Just a weekend out with the boys. Aye.
It's a meeting place. We meet up with different people we haven't seen in a lifetime, and meet up with loads of people from year to year. And it's getting best. It's like fine.
It's just motorcycles. We brought up with them because I was riding bikes when I was 12. I shouldn't have been on the road, so just love seeing the motorbikes. That's it. Nothing. Not actually. And the racing, even walking around looking at the bikes, they're parked up. Same thing, it's nice.
Family, it's always been a family event. So it's always been a thing that we always look forward to in the year. Like going away on holiday or something, so it's like getting away from everything.
Well, I'll just tell you, I didn't know you quite, but that's the same as your mother. You always had her. And her West was always there for I, with my earliest thinking, I was always there. It's just part of you. That's I go every year to, I don't go to many races, but I go to Norwest every year. That's just something that's always there. I was just if I was a boy or even 10, I just knew that there, I mean,